Good morning and welcome to a day in my life. It is Tuesday, July 23rd. It's my brother's birthday actually. And I literally just woke up, but I wanted to kick off this vlog in my pajamas because one of the first things I've been doing, which has been, I think, really helping me in a lot of ways, is changing clothes first thing. All right, workout clothes on, a little bit of skincare. I'm feeling like so much more prepared to take on the morning, take on the day. Next up is get those two laundry baskets into the washer. I think I mentioned this in my evening routine video or my morning routine video, some routine video. But one of the things I try to do is if I'm planning to do laundry as part of my morning routine, I actually set it out the night before, because that way if I am up before everybody else, but I want to get the laundry going, I don't have to either wait for them to wake up or go into somebody's room while they're sleeping and grab the laundry. So all the laundry is out and waiting for me. All right, it is the step in my morning routine where I get my day all planned out. I'm excited to plan out today, but also excited to talk through some things. You can see kind of the chaos that was my plan for yesterday. And then I just have also learned some things since literally filming a plan with me video last week. My last week's video was a daily plan with me over the course of last week. And now here we are planning this week. And there was something I talked about in that video where I realized I needed to push my more thought heavy, like brain power type work tasks to earlier in the week, because if I wait to do them towards the end of the week, then I have time to do them, but I don't have the energy or the brain power to do them. And so I did that, but then yesterday I just really, I wasn't in the headspace to sit down and work on them. So that's what I did this week. But then yesterday, I just was not in the headspace to really sit down and work on them. And I knew I would not be giving it my all. And then my mom and I had also kind of made plans for today where I would go work at a coffee shop for a little bit. So I thought, you know what, I'm gonna push those tasks to that environment. But then I went ahead and got some other things done off my list in its place. So I still like worked the same amount of hours I was planning to yesterday. I just did it on different tasks. And so I started checking some things off on this weekly planning pad. I typically haven't done that in the past. I usually just let it sit up on my calendar. But it is really nice to visually see like what I have done and what I haven't done. I also got like a household thing done for Thursday. So anyway, let's go ahead and plan out today. I feel like I've just been rambling and I don't know if that is of any value to you, but if you are here watching this vlog, thank you. And I'm assuming / hoping you just enjoy listening to me talk and share my day, and these thoughts that I have, like thinking about my plans, is a big part of my day. So let me start by drawing these little lines. Really, they're just for a pop of color and to kind of separate this out a little bit, since I didn't make that like bold in the design. And then we have a family dinner tonight. Like I mentioned, it is my brother's birthday, so we are going to dinner for his birthday. And that is the only scheduled thing. Well, that's not true. I'm gonna talk about some scheduled things, but that's the only like in a box thing today. So let me do these headers first and then we will jump in. This Papermate Flare is incredibly thick. Like it has been used a lot, but these are still my favorite pens. I will say, there was a phase, I guess you could call it, where I had just so many pens and so many markers and so many stickers and washi and all the things. And I kind of love that I have one type of pen. Like this is the only type of pen that I use. And it just, I don't know. I love that. I love the simplicity of it. It takes like a decision or a thinking step away in my day, which is really helpful. So first things first, we are working on my morning routine right now. Actually gonna put 4 check boxes here. So planning my day is part of my routine. Laundry and working out are also built into my morning routine in my app that I use called Routinery, but I like putting them separately on a little checkbox. That way, if they don't get done in the morning, I still prioritize them. Whereas like my other steps in my morning routine, if I skip it in the app and I don't get to it, like that's totally fine. Laundry also gets a couple additional check boxes. So one is putting it in, which I already did. This is switching it from the washer to dryer. This is getting it out of the dryer since we have a communal laundry room. And then this is when I actually like put it away and it's done. The other thing I'm gonna put up here in this top section is I have been trying to do one work thing before my daughter wakes up in the morning. I have gotten good about consistently waking up before she does. And so I have time to do a couple of my AM routine steps. And then I also try to do one work thing. I also break that out, even though it is built into my AM routine. That way, if it doesn't get done, it is still have its own check mark, so I can do it later in the day. So those are the morning priority things. So you can see some of the things I got done yesterday and some of the things I didn't get done. Okay, then when Lila goes down for her first nap, I am going to do 3 things, kind of. I'm gonna first start Rosie, who's our robot vacuum. I'm gonna get her going. And then I'm gonna do one work-related task. And then my mom is gonna come over and we're gonna dye my hair. That's kind of the plan that we made, is she was gonna come while Lila was still asleep. Normally she doesn't come until she wakes up from her first nap, but she's gonna come while she is asleep and we're gonna get my hair dyed. And then when Lila wakes up from her nap, then my mom is gonna go drop me at a coffee shop. And so I am gonna I'm gonna put 6 things down. We will see if I get to all 6 of these. That would be fantastic. I have, the whole time Lila is awake, my mom is gonna watch her at her house and then also her nap. So I have a pretty good chunk of time, but we will see. So we'll do my communication routine and prep the pod, and then finish up the 2 content things that I started yesterday but did not finish. So the live outlines and the community content, and then the 2 like more thought-provoking things. We'll see. I should have plenty of time to get all that done in that amount of time. Okay. And then that's it. And then I will go home and hang out with my mom and Lila for a bit before we head to this birthday dinner. And then after dinner, I need to close the vlog and end the day in the life and upload the footage and then do my PM routine, get to bed. The nice thing is that my family is always down for an early dinner. It's obviously helpful with Lila and it's just nice on a weeknight. So those are the planned tasks for today. In terms of additional things, there were a lot of little things that I did not get to yesterday. We'll see if we get to them today. Since I'm not gonna be home for a good chunk of the day, very possible that I'm not. The litter I moved to a day later this week. It goes with cleaning the bathroom. But brushing Charlie and trimming her nails, she could use that. I will get to it. It may not be today. Filming the day in the life, I'm doing that right now. Watch So You Can Dance. I wrote that down so I wouldn't forget, but I really would like to do that as close as possible to recording the podcast episode. My sister and I have started where we watch an episode of So You Think You Can Dance and then talk about it on the podcast. So I really kind of want to do that later. Oh, files. I definitely want to do that today. Clean up some of the files on my computer. I always try to do that when I'm done editing a podcast, but it doesn't always happen. And last week, the files from last week are still on my computer, so I need to mess with those. And then I put the top down goals right there. So that is the plan for today. I'm gonna go try and check this step off while she is still asleep, and the camera is already set up. Look who's awake. Good morning, beautiful squash. Good morning. Did you sleep well? All of your little teepees. Why is she so big? When did she get so big? All right, it's time to work out. I just have been doing strength classes on the Peloton from the Facebook group, Hardcore on the Floor. I typically pick 2 10-minute strength classes a day and put them in my stack, like my Peloton stack, knowing that if I only get to 1, that's better than nothing, but my goal is to get to 2. So I have a 10-minute chest and back and then a 10-minute core. I've also really been trying to prioritize my core because I know that that's like a big piece. I don't know if I really want to dig into this right now, but I have not been going to pelvic floor therapy for a number of reasons, but I know that strengthening my core can really help with that. So I've been trying to prioritize my core. So we'll see, kind of depends on how I'm feeling. If Lila stays in a good mood. Yeah, are you gonna let mommy work out? She's just so freaking cute. Okay, let's do this. This pretty girl pretty much never lets me work out by myself. Hey kitty. Oh, you're so cute. So I was able to get her brushed. When there were rests during the workout, I got Kitty all brushed. Okay, I am actually done now. The last clip was in between the two 10-minute workouts. The core class was awesome. Actually, I found it from that Facebook group, Hardcore on the Floor, but it was all like Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, Spice Girls, and it was all different. It was like 10 different moves, each one for a minute. And so I really felt, I don't know, I didn't get bored, and I felt like it would be a good one if I wanted to work out on the go, because you also didn't need any equipment. So I definitely bookmarked that one. I will pop up maybe what it is. I'll send it to my editor to pop up here. And now I'm gonna try and get Charlie's nails trimmed, so we can also check that off before we move on with our morning. Need to decide what's next, Peanut. Are we gonna go for a walk, have some breakfast, fold the laundry? What do you think? Hello, it is actually tomorrow Laken. So you will see later in this video that my camera actually gives out and stops working, and I have to pivot to filming on my phone, which is what this clip is on as well. But in addition to my camera not working, apparently it also corrupted some of the clips that were part of this vlog, just 2. So we're gonna have these little like intermediate clips from the future, and then it kind of goes back and forth for a second. So there's supposed to be a clip here of me updating you on my planner, showing you what we got done in the morning and then what I'm gonna try to get done during her nap before my mom comes over to dye my hair. And I can't recreate that clip because my planner is my planner and it's already all checked off. So anyways, there should be a clip here. The next clip is of me post hair dye going into a coffee shop. That one was on my camera and worked just fine. All right, hair dyed, got ready. My mom just dropped me off here to go to a coffee shop. She dropped me off a little bit further back because of the crosswalks, so that they could just keep driving to get to my mom's, and I'm gonna go get some work done. I think I've talked about this before. This is my favorite coffee shop to work at. It was actually recommended by one of you on a live, and now it's like one of my go-tos. They have outlets, they have a nice clean bathroom, they have good coffee, and the best part, which is just like icing on the cake, is that if you are staying to drink your coffee, they give it to you in like an actual glass or mug. I love being able to, if I'm gonna sit and work, have my coffee in like an actual glass. So I'm gonna go. I just realized that I left my wallet at home. I was in such a rush to pack up the stuff. Okay, well, I think they take Apple Pay. At least I hope they do. Ugh, my brain. Not working. Hello again, Future Laken. There is another clip that is supposed to be here that was on my camera right before it gave out on me, where I was walking away from the coffee shop. I was leaving the coffee shop and heading to my mom's and talking about how I did not get everything done on my list, but it wasn't because of lack of time, but just lack of energy. And I sort of started talking about when I set my goals for the quarter for my business and I set a goal to work a certain number of hours, I was really setting that goal from both hours I had available standpoint, as well as hours I thought it was going to take me to complete certain projects. And sometimes it's actually taking me less time to complete projects, which is awesome. So on one hand, I feel guilty that I'm like giving up and not working my full hours. But on the other hand, I'm getting pretty much, not everything, but most of the things that I want to get done. And so it's like trying to find that balance, and that I'm learning a lot before I need to adjust my goals. And then my camera dies. So the rest of the vlog is fine and in order, being filmed on my phone. Thanks for dealing with the chaos that is this vlog. All right, so the camera just stopped recording in the middle of that, and it won't turn on. So that's good. It was not dead. Like my battery was not almost dead. We're on my phone now. We have moved to my phone, which is still a very good camera. But my issue that I've had in the past, if you were here for the time frame where I strictly use my phone, when I first started my YouTube channel, I only used my phone for filming, is getting the footage from my phone to my computer. Now, did I not try to use Google? Like, if I upload from Google, it should work. I don't know why I had so many issues with this however many years ago, but anywho, the rest of this vlog is going to be on my phone, and then I'm going to figure out what to do about my camera, because we use my camera for the podcast, and I guess we could use my phone. Oh my goodness. Okay, anywho, I don't remember what I was talking about now. Not having the energy
to work the hours that I had planned to work today, and that I need to reflect on that in terms of the goals that I set for working hours, because I set the goals based on time available, not time that I would have energy for. Also just weird. Realized my hair looks a little bit weird. I took it down to try and get it to dry, and then I just put it back up with like a mirror or a brush. Anyway, okay. I feel like there was something else I was gonna tell you. Oh, and to be totally honest with you, I also got set back a little bit this afternoon with a negative comment. It wasn't even that negative. And at this point, like after 6 years on YouTube, like you would think that my skin is just super thick and I do not get fazed by comments anymore, mean, negative, or otherwise. I'm still a person, I'm still a human. And so when people make comments, I'm like, come on. Like, did you really feel the need to say that? Like, is that really? So anyway, I am excited to go see my family and celebrate my brother. You know what? The footage might be just as good on my phone. Okay, of course my brain immediately went to, oh, we use the camera for the podcast. I'm also supposed to record my goals videos tomorrow. So like, not a main camera. And I went and looked on Amazon, and I knew this was going to be the case. The camera that I currently have, so the first camera I got for videos was actually a gift. It was a group gift from a bunch of friends, and that one did die at some point, and I just replaced it with the same one that I have. It's like almost 3 times as much now on Amazon, and I don't know what that's about. So if it was like the same price that I remember it, I probably would have just done it and like ordered it on Amazon and had it been here, like gotten here Thursday, and then just push my goals video a day is probably what I would have done. But I'm not going to spend that much on the same camera that has clearly died twice. And I know technology isn't meant to last forever. So that's going to need a little bit more research. So I just have to decide if I'm going to try to film my goals video just on my phone tomorrow. I'm looking at the quality and it's pretty good. But I don't know. And I know if I flip it around to the other side, it's even better. We'll see. Happy birthday! Alright, now you don't do it? For real though, I feel like the camera on the iPhone is actually fantastic. I'm home now. We had a lovely, lovely dinner. Hopefully my teeth aren't too purple from the red wine that I had. We had some sangria and we had some red wine. I meant to take clips of the food because the place we went was a tapas place that has absolutely fantastic, fantastic food. And I didn't. I took one clip of us cheersing and then one clip of Lila and Allie. And that's it. So that was our dinner, but it was really fun to be able to celebrate. Celebrating birthdays is one of those things I've tried really hard not to take for granted, because that was something when I didn't live in Chicago, I couldn't do that with my family, right? When I lived in New York, I would fly in for the big moments, Christmas, graduations, but birthdays, especially like my brother turned 27. Like I would have never flown in for his 27th birthday. So being able to go and celebrate that with my family was really, I'm really trying to make sure that I'm appreciative of that. Okay, I feel like the camera is good, but I feel like it is kind of wiggly. I don't know if it's just not, like me holding it is not as stable as holding the camera as opposed to the phone. But if I'm filming my goals video tomorrow, like I should be able to just put it on the stand and it'll be fine. So we will see. We will see. Okay, let's check in with my planner. All right, one thing you cannot do is turn it from front facing to back facing in the middle of recording. That is something you cannot do, which is weird because that's a feature on FaceTime. So you think that would be a feature on filming, but it's not. Okay, so like I said, I got most of the things done today, but not all of the things done, but that feels really good. One thing I realized that I need to do tomorrow, we're out of dish soap. I was just washing and realized that we are like almost completely out of dish soap. Like I was pushing on the pump thing that we have, and then I went and looked under the sink for more stuff and there was nothing there, which just shocks me that like when I filled up the pump thing with this dish soap, if I used it all, why I didn't put it on the list then. But anyway, that needs to happen tomorrow. We need to get that. So yeah, The rest of the stuff will just get moved to tomorrow. Not a big deal. Celebrated my brother's birthday. Closing the vlog. We're going to do that now. I'm not going to worry about uploading it tonight. I will get to that tomorrow. My PM routine. I did the steps that I need to do out in the kitchen / living room. And it feels weird to like stop recording and then click recording again to flip it around. That would take some getting used to if I'm going to move to my phone permanently. But there's a YouTube channel that I follow, like vloggers that I follow that use their phones all the time. It's like, why couldn't I just use my phone? We'll see. We'll see what I decide. I'm going to get through this week, which is just filming my goals video tomorrow, and then probably this week's podcast episode on my phone. And then I'll make a decision from there. But that is going to be it for this video. I'm going to go finish up the rest of my PM routine steps that are in this half of the house, my bathroom and the bedroom, and get to bed. I'm tired and it's bedtime. So that is going to be it for this video. I don't know. I'm not even sure. Sometimes like when I film these vlogs, I'm not sure if there's really all that much footage, and then all of a sudden it's like a 30-minute video. But if it's not, it's not. I, in the past, have always tried to like have a purpose to my vlogs. Like, I'm going to talk about this thing, or I'm going to share this routine. And I feel like I've run out of those ideas. I don't know. So if there's any requests, especially if you're still here, if you're still here at this point, thank you. If you have any requests of vlogs that you'd like to see, or things you would like to see in vlogs, let me know. But that's going to be it for this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new here, please click that subscribe button. I upload new videos every week focused on helping you achieve your goals. Thank you so much for watching. Let me talk again. I'm clearly not awake. I don't know why I've tried that sentence 7 times.